I'm very proud of that. We have a German version of the Global Food Policy Report summary. And just for your information, we have English version, Chinese version, French version, Spanish version, and German version. And if there is any typo or any sort of editorial mistakes, let me know so we can further improve. It's my promise that we'll continue to produce this every year. I know that you all speak very good English, but sometimes a translation probably is still very useful, particularly for a broader audience beyond this room. Okay, so let me just very briefly to introduce the Global Food Policy Report 2013. So for 2013, two major events at the global level. The one is nutrition. So nutrition was everywhere. Nutrition was very high in the development agenda, particularly the G8 Nutrition for Growth Summit. So different stakeholders, governments, including German governments, private sector, the NGOs, all committed themselves to support nutrition for growth. $4.3 billion was committed from now to 2020 to reduce the stunting of children, to help the people to improve their nutrition status, including particularly women and children. Obviously, the new Alliance for Food and Nutrition Security continue to expand to more countries. I think Germany is part of this new alliance. So more countries have been brought into this. And more importantly, nutrition has been brought into the new alliance work. Although the concept, the definition, and how the new alliance is going to tackle the nutrition by linking it to agriculture and rural development still needs to be probably a bit more work. Then bigger movement from the SUN initiative. The SUN initiative is scaling up nutrition, the SUN initiative launched by the UN under the leadership of Ban Ki-moon and also David Nabarro, the Special Representative of Food and Nutrition Security. Today, 51 countries has signed the SUN initiative movement. So it's national governments. So they have committed to support nutrition through different instruments, including finance, including agricultural, health, so multi-sector approach to tackle the nutrition issue. Evidence obviously is very important in supporting all this, I so-called the nutrition movement or nutrition wave. The Lancet series in 2008 really set up a new stage for us to work together to tackle the nutrition issues, particularly nutrition for women and children. In 2013, again, another series has come up. IFPRI contributed three articles amongst 6 or 7. So this time we moved away from sort of nutrition specialized approach to really broaden the nutrition in a broader context to use different instruments. We call it the nutrition sensitive programs in addition to nutrition specialized program. And that evidence, again, helped to create probably the second wave of the nutrition movement. Now we are about 1 year and probably 6 months away towards the end of 2015. So for the last year, 2013, and this year, probably will continue to the next year, we are going to debate about the post-2015 agenda, post-MDG. So we have made tremendous progress in the past in terms of reducing poverty, malnutrition, but more progress is needed. We also know that sustainability is a must. Water, land, energy are very limited, and we got to make sure that our planet is sustainable. However, let's not forget people's nutrition and health. We still do not have a coherent agenda or narratives to place nutrition very high in that debate. Equally exciting is regional and country development. I just wanted to highlight probably a couple of developments among so many exciting developments across different countries. The number one is CADA, the Comprehensive African Agriculture Development Program, which was launched 10 years ago to commit 10% of national budget to support 6% agriculture growth. So after 10 years, so now in 2013, 10 years anniversary, progress has been made. So instead of 4% of the national budget in supporting agriculture in 2003, in 2013, on average, it's about 6% and moving towards 7%. Yeah, it is still 3%, 4% away from 10% target, but we have made progress. And agriculture growth has also been accelerated, not 6% yet, but 4%. And many countries have surpassed 6%. Ethiopia, Nigeria, Ghana. And part of the reason is in the accelerated government spending in agriculture. Another exciting event happens in Asia. That is the largest social protection in the world, India's food security bill. So India has committed to use that food security bill to cover 60% of the population in the country to make sure that they have enough to eat through subsidized program, through public distribution. My only warning is let's make sure that that program is targeted, is efficient, avoid the inefficiency, corruption of the public distribution, make sure that that money, that food security bill will also not crowd out more productive investment, such as investment in research, in rural infrastructure. So there is a big trade-off. And right now, it's a good time to do it. And Modi just takes over the government just about 1 or 2 months ago. So he's looking for information analysis to change the government spending portfolio. I think we have a unique opportunity to work together to make that change. Let me come back on the post-2015 agenda a little bit. We must end hunger and malnutrition in a precisely time framework. About a year ago, April 2013, when we had a high-level debate in Spain, organized by the Spanish government, Colombian government. So we were debating about the post-2015 agenda on agriculture and nutrition. So Ban Ki-moon was there, David Nabarro was there. Obviously, not surprisingly, Ban Ki-moon's initiative is zero hunger. So zero hunger, basically ending hunger in our lifetime or in our generation. So I challenged him to make sure that the time frame is precise, by which year. And we challenged him that we need a better definition of hunger. So I propose 2025. Right now, the MDG is very much focused on 2030. So if we wanted to eliminate extreme poverty by 2030, I think we can eliminate hunger by 2025 for ethical and economic reasons. And we can do it. So evidence from different countries have shown that. We know that investment in reducing hunger and malnutrition has very high returns. Every dollar invested, we would expect $30 in return. So where can you find that kind of investment? And we know that many countries have done that through agriculture-led development strategies, through nutrition interventions, and through social protection, the combination of the social protection as well as agriculture-led strategies. You will see Vietnam, China basically use agriculture-led strategy. Brazil, more from social protection. Thailand is a combination of this. You can see if you combine these two together, the reduction in undernutrition is huge. In Thailand, in 20 years, undernourishment rate was cut from 40% to less than 10%. So I truly believe if we all work together, we can do it. So the role of agriculture growth strategies. So the Clemens and his division has worked on that to look at how agriculture can be positioned to reduce poverty, hunger, and malnutrition. So the role of agriculture is still very important, particularly smallholder net agriculture development. Role of social protection. There are many kinds of instruments to do that: cash, food, or vouchers. IFPRI did a study to look at how these different instruments would help to reduce hunger and malnutrition the most effective. We found that it has to be context specific. In some countries, cash is more important than food. In some countries, vouchers is more important than cash than food. So different kinds of social protection, but more importantly is how we're going to link social protection to assets building, so-called productive social safety net. The role of nutrition strategies. Yes, we do need to have nutrition specialized programs, for example, the micronutrient supplements. And yes, we should also make sure that all development programs, particularly in agriculture, the outcome of agriculture should be nutrition, not just to maximize grain or food production. Now, let me also emphasize the role of resilience in ending hunger and malnutrition by 2025. As Hans mentioned, that we just finished a big conference in Addis Ababa, where we brought 800 stakeholders to debate how resilience can help the poor to access to food, to income in short term, and more importantly, that sort of protection should lead to long-term development. So resilience is about the capabilities of global level, national level, community level, and more importantly, people's ability in predicting, preventing, coping, and recovering from crisis, probably even prosper after the crisis. We debated about the measurement. I think we still, the research community has a big job to do. I think that, to be frank, the research community, in this case, next behind of NGOs, next behind of the development agencies, next behind the community. So we needed to do more as a research community. Then obviously you have to work together through a multi-sectoral approach, multidisciplinary approach. So Rajul can say better than I do about this conference. So to end hunger by 2025, country-led strategy is so important. Unless country owns need, drive the strategy, we'll not be able to achieve that. Scale up evidence-based approach. So we have evidences, we will continue to generate evidence. Any strategies have to be supported by evidence. So, and facilitate knowledge sharing and transfer, like what we are doing here right now. Enhance the role of the private sector. I'm so glad that there are some private sector speakers here who can really bring how they're going to engage with broader stakeholders. And support data revolution and on hunger and malnutrition. So Stefan, we are looking forward to work with your unit to bring the data information analysis to the development. So let me end a quote by Nelson Mandela. So it always seems impossible until it's done. So we can do it. Let's all work together. Thank you.